Everything that's happening to you is God is processing you. Every difficult moment you're having, He just processing you. That's all He's doing. Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for. And if you need to be tough when you get to where you're going, then He gonna toughen you. If you gotta be more caring along the way, He gonna let you have some trials come your way that's gonna have to produce that in you. All of that I was going through, that I was tripping with, that I did not appreciate or understand, I understand it now, because I'm on the other side of them troubles. And I understand what all them troubles was for. And even though I did not understand or appreciate the route He took me on, it was the route I had to go on. See, the route you on right now is the route you got to take. And it's very uniquely yours. This thing you're going through, this just uniquely yours. You just got to understand you ain't the only one. You ain't the only one going through it. Now, in the order that it's going to happen, it's just yours.
Prayer is an invitation to God, and when we fail to pray, so often we fail to extend the invitation. And there are things God will not do unless He's invited. If you don't knock, the doors stay closed. If you don't seek, you won't find it. The asking and knocking and seeking are all activities. They require energy and effort, and I find that I don't always get what I pray for in the way I pray for it or the time in which I prayed for it. There's a lot of factors involved. But I promise you, 100% of the time, when you leave the door closed, you forfeit whatever might be on the other side. What I've suggested is that we think about prayer a little differently. It's an invitation to God. And when you recognize any place in a day, a conversation, a life, or an invitation to God would be beneficial, that you take the opportunity.
Now, God has a will for each and every one of us. And it's not something nebulous. It's not just atmospheric and nebulous. God says, I want you to know what I want you to do. But yet everywhere I go, when I talk to people, do you know God's will for your life? They say, well, I hope so, kinda, somewhat. Maybe I think so. And God says, that's not the standard. God says, I want you to know my will. I want you to be doing my will. Do you understand? God says, I'm giving you an absolute promise. If you trust in me with all your heart, and if you will stop leaning on your own understanding, I will, I promise you, direct your path.
God is all-powerful. God is eternal. And when an eternal, all-powerful God says never, He will accomplish that never. And God says to you, I will never fail you. I will never abandon you. You cannot lose God's love. God's love for you is not based on your circumstances or what you've done. It's based on what He's done for you. And God says, I want to pour my love into your life. And I understand you feel that you're the worst of all sinners, maybe. The Apostle Paul, by the way, felt that way also. One of the greatest believers of all time. So join the club. We've all messed up. But God says, I want to love you, even you. That's how you begin to rethink your view of God so that you begin to change your life.
If you're counting on yourself to solve all of your problems, then of course you're worried and stressed out. It doesn't matter how strong or wise or capable, how charismatic you are. It doesn't matter how much wealth or influence you have. You are not designed to be able to take on everything and handle everything. You will have more problems come at you than what you are capable of handling. When you carry the responsibility of everything, then you have to do everything. You have to find the solutions. You have to choose the right direction. You have to power through problems. You have to plan for the future, make adjustments. You have to do all of it at the speed of light. Yeah, you're stressed out. You're worried, of course. But God does not want you to do it on your own. He wants you to recognize that He is there to lead you, to walk you through, to guide you through every step of the way. And here's the deal. He doesn't want to just give you every resource that you need to get through your problems. He wants to be what you need in every situation. So many times I have just said, God, I don't know what to do. God, I'm overwhelmed, or God, I'm in over my head. And, I've said this many times, God, help. Please. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be eloquent. I don't have to have the answers or the solutions. I just need to go to the one who does have the answers.
Have you ever been on an emotional roller coaster? I mean, you're just up, you're down, you're this way. And you know what God says? I'll take care of that. You ever go to bed thinking about it? Wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it? In the morning you get up, you're thinking about it. Man, it has captured your thinking. God says, I'll take your emotion and your thinking through Christ Jesus.
Worry is a choice, and trust is a choice. You can't do both at the same time. You have to choose to put your trust in God, put the full weight of your problems and your life and your future into His hands and let Him carry it. And you may be saying, look, you don't understand how many problems I have, how many issues, and how much I've gone through. Well, you know what? God says, no matter what you have, I want to take all of your problems, all of your worries, all of your failures, all of your sin, all of your brokenness, give it to me because I can handle it. And the truth is, only I can handle it.